Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Woo! Are you excited to be here? Okay, we're going to start a little different. To get started, I want to show you a quick video clip of a demonstrator running into a friend.
McCall.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I haven't seen you since Jenny's birthday party.
I know, it's been a while. I've been following you online. All your cards are really cute.
Thanks.
Yeah, that birthday card I really loved with the kangaroo.
I love that little kangaroo. Yeah, well, it's good to see you.
You too,
Tell
take
Austin
care.
hi.
Okay, bye.
Nothing out of the ordinary there, right? Okay, so what if I were to give you an opportunity and go back in time and rewrite the ending of that interaction? Would you do anything different? Hopefully, it involves McCall ordering the Animal Outing stamp set, right? Yes. My name is Chad Williams. I'm the Demonstrator Development Manager for the Midwest South area. I've been with Stampin' Up! For a little over 11 years, and most recently as a DDM. And as DDMs, we went out in the field during celebration and during the launch of the annual catalog. In that time, we observed a lot of demonstrator events, 150 in total. Yes. So that combined with other company initiatives gave us a pretty good idea of how some of our demonstrators interact with customers. We saw really great things, but we also saw some areas for improvement. The video we just watched was obviously shot out in the wild. Our observations took place in a much more familiar environment, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator event. So, with that in mind, I want to show you another video based on our observations at those events that highlight a few more missed selling opportunities. So, grab a pen and your notebooks, because I want you to take some notes while we watch.
I really like the Sea of Textures and the Seize the Day stamp sets.
The Sea of Textures, I actually think that's a part of a bundle. If so, you'll save 10%.
Well, I think I'll go check on Linda and see how she's doing.
All right, thanks so much for coming. There's order forms at the front door, and don't forget to pick up a flyer for next month's class. And drive safe.
Thanks.
Have a great evening.
Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye.
All right. I can tell you all have a lot to teach me too. So you probably noticed some missed opportunities. What are some of the things that you saw or observed? That wasn't hypothetical. Okay, I can't hear any of you. How about I tell you what I saw, and we'll see if we got some of the same things. So it seemed like there were a couple of times where our demonstrator wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. And we also probably could have heard a little bit more features and benefits about the products, especially given that our customer was sharing interest, right? And how about closing the deal, right? Our demonstrator could have been a little bit more intentional about getting stamps onto an order form, right? Well, there's good news, folks. While we were out observing, we also observed great demonstrator behaviors that totally fix these missed selling opportunities. Active listening, using effective selling statements, and asking for the sale. Now, I am willing to bet that most of our demonstrator stories started with Stampin' Up! Products. Yeah? Wait, let me try that again. I'm willing to bet that most of our demonstrator stories started because of Stampin' Up's amazing products. Am I right? Much better. Well, since Stampin' Up's amazing products are likely a part of all of our stories, I want to take some time and talk about the 3 skills mentioned so that we can make it that much easier to share that part of your story. I have a quote. If you make listening and observation your occupation, you will gain much more than you can by talk. That's a quote by Robert Baden-Powell. Active listening begins by choosing to listen. That's right. Listening is a choice, and it's not one that we always make. Once you decide to listen, being an active listener requires a few additional steps. The first, be present. Now, be honest. How many of you stopped listening as soon as I said we were going to be talking about sales? Whether we realize it or not, sometimes we check out of a conversation before it's even happened. Good listening starts with being present and focused on the conversation at hand. Anybody on their cell phones knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's not always easy to free yourself from distractions, but really focusing on focusing is a key to active listening. Another step we can take is to take notes. Note-taking is a great way to remember what you've talked about. It's not always ideal or easy to take notes during a conversation, but get them on paper as soon as you can. That way you'll have the best recollection of what you've talked about. And finally, you can repeat back what you've heard. Not only does this demonstrate to the person you're speaking with that you're actively listening, it's a great technique to help you remember what you've talked about. And you don't have to be a mockingbird or a robot, so summarize it in your own words. An example, I was recently talking with a friend. They had just returned from Florence, Italy. And when he said that they had just got back, I didn't say, "You just returned from Florence." I said, I exhibited active listening by saying that I've always wanted to visit Florence as well. So with active listening, not only are you setting yourself up for successful selling, you're showing your customers that you are invested in the relationship. Okay, with a little active listening in place, we are ready to move on to selling statements. You'll probably remember during April's OnStage, we talked about tying features and benefits together. As a quick reminder, features speak to the facts about your products, and benefits speak to your customers' needs. It creates that emotional connection to the products and services you offer. So when you think about the benefits for your customer, use what you learned through active listening. So for example, if I were chatting with a customer and she mentioned wanting to make Christmas cards but didn't have a lot of time, I might create a selling statement that sounded something like, "Hey, look, I know you mentioned you're looking to create Christmas cards. The Making Christmas Bright set and Coordinating Punch would be the perfect pair to help you get your Christmas cards done quickly without any cutting." In addition to feature and benefit statements, value propositions, or benefits that tie specifically to things that add value, they also make great selling statements. So, for example, the 10% discount on our bundles. That's a great thing, right? Your selling statement might sound something like, "Hey, I know you're trying to stick to a budget, so that extra 10% savings sure will come in handy." Selling statements close the gap between what you've learned about your customers' wants and needs and the products and services you provide as a demonstrator. Okay, so now we're actively listening. We're using what we've learned to create effective selling statements. It's time to ask for the sale. It's an important part of your sales interaction, and it doesn't have to be hard. In fact, it's super simple. I mean, think about the last time you were in a fast food restaurant, right? "May I take your order?" "Do you want fries with that?" Those are pretty easy ways to ask for the sale. And really, it's not that much more complicated for your Stampin' Up! Business. So a good example might include, "Hey, which cardstock colors did you need?" Or, "Can we grab one more item and you'll qualify for that free celebration reward?" So I want you to take just a minute and kind of with your row neighbors there, or the friends that you're attending with, I want you to talk about some other ways that you might ask for the sale. I'm going to give you just a minute or so to chat. Now, I figured giving Stampin' Up! Demonstrators permission to chat during a presentation was a risky proposition. And I heard a lot of great interaction, so you guys can have more conversation a little bit later. Thank you so much for your participation. So, now that we've explored ways which we can improve our selling abilities through active listening, effective selling statements, and asking for the sale, let's go back to our demonstrators event and rewrite the ending and see what it looks like when we tie all of these skills together.
I really like the Sea of Textures stamp set and the Seize the Day.
Oh, I love them both, but I really think my most favorite is the Sea of Textures. It's so great for my vacations. Also, you may not have noticed, the Sea of Texture actually comes in a bundle. So if you purchase the stamp set and also this coordinating framelits die, you'll save 10%. Best part about this, you don't even have to fussy cut this darling little octopus.
Really?
Yeah.
He is so cute.
Yeah, and it saves a ton of time. Makes it so much more fun.
Okay, well, I'm going to go talk to Linda and then probably head out.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Oh wait, don't go yet. I forgot to get your order. You might not even know we're in celebration right now, and so you had mentioned the Sea of Textures bundle and also the Seize the Day stamp set. If you purchase both of those, you would actually qualify for a celebration reward. Would you like me to add both of them to your order today?
That would be great.
Okay.
I would love that.
Great. I'll go ahead and do that.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Okay, our Stampin' Up! Actors were pretty awesome, right? And I don't know about you, but that felt a lot better to me. Our demonstrator was definitely actively listening, and I love how she repeated back the names of the stamp set and even tied one of those to being her personal favorite. We heard some great features and benefits, and I don't know about you all, but I would never attempt to fussy cut an octopus. Not something I'm interested in. And our demonstrator did a great job asking for the sale. You heard Erica mention last night in the social media presentation that sometimes, like, our customers don't know what to expect from us. Like, they don't know what we're driving at. And so put it out there. Ask for the sale, and our demonstrator did a great job in the video. Okay, so now that we've got a few new skills in our selling toolbox, I'd like to issue you a challenge. In preparation for celebration, so from now through December, I want you to practice the skills that you've learned today. Now, you could do this with your teams or on your own, or if you have an event planned, you could even do it during an event. And don't worry about getting them all perfect at once. Put them in order from the ones you're least comfortable with to the one you're most comfortable with, and start with the one that needs the most work. Then, during celebration, I'd like you to demonstrate all 3 skills in a live event. And I want you to do it January, February, and March. So why 3 months? Well, studies show that on average it takes more than 2 months for behaviors to become automatic. 66 days to be exact. So this will allow enough time for your new skill to just become habit. Now, as you go into each of your events, it might be handy to make a little checkbox. So put the 3 skills on a Post-it note or whatever, and after you've demonstrated the skill, check the box. I am confident that by the end of March, you will be checking all the boxes, and you'll be set up for success well beyond celebration. Now, in December, and throughout celebration, we're going to be interacting with you on the demonstrator planning place. Hopefully you are all on the demonstrator planning place. If you are not, get there. We cannot wait to hear how you're checking the boxes and using these new skills to help grow your business. Thank you so much.